Okay, so we had an intro that you all missed it because I didn't push the button because today has just been a day. Um, I hope Westwood does not push my buttons. First of all, everyone cheers, Westwood. May
Oh,
you have something red in your life to remember everyone deployed. I really appreciate cheers. Yeah. Um,
let me mute this.
yeah, now you're gonna get us banned or give me a strike
I'm
copyright
letting
right
I'm letting
there,
the
right at the
commercials
beginning of
go.
the
The
thing.
commercials are
Right
going.
in
It's
the beginning.
make sure you get monetized here. Make sure the commercials go.
That is
Let them
demonetized.
let them play. They're playing in the background. Sorry,
Do
got
not cross me.
somebody on a treadmill. Don't cross me. I'm in a bad mood, feeling irresponsible, and I'm packing. So leave me alone. Stay out the way.
Mm. I did do a little estate sailing thrifting this morning. We didn't go thrifting. We went to a couple different estate sales, which was fun. Oh my gosh. I think meeting the people is, of course, the best part. Um,
Is
oh
it?
gosh. Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
You know me.
yeah, mostly. Especially when you meet like some little pistol fiery ones.
Yeah.
Like there's this little tiny redheaded lady, and she was probably 90 pounds soaking wet. And she just turned 80, and I swear she could outrun me any day. And she's telling me about how when after her fifth husband died, then she married this one,
So
and
Black Widow.
she, she can only drive the plane with somebody helping her. No, that was her fifth husband she drove the plane with. So now she had to sell the plane, and
Was it
now
at the sale?
no,
Oh, it wasn't
that
hers.
she had already sold the plane.
Oh, shoot.
Um, that was the fifth husband. Now she got the
Well,
new one.
flying with Snippy.
But she said something with to my husband that cracked him up. He said she was talking about the plane stuff and all that. She said, and I mean, I can fly a little. Oh God, I forgot what kind of plane with the stick and whatever. And she goes, but I was with oh, I can't remember what airline, some airline back when all I had to serve was coffee, tea, or me.
Oh, jeez.
That is what she said to him.
I've heard stories about these stewardesses.
I've
Maybe
heard
there's the five
stories.
husbands. Five, I don't know. That's why five,
So
six
many
husbands.
mile club. She might have started that. She's 80. She
Dang,
was
girl.
beautiful. She's very smart, cognitively aware. Like she was a piss poor.
Yeah.
She was gonna
Oh
hustle me
my.
on all her Francoma pottery. And I was like, girl, I'm not having it. I'm not paying retail for nothing. So
She says, but this is good stuff, honey.
oh yeah, I enjoyed her so much though. Yeah. But then I got this piece from a guy's house who they were having an estate sale at another house here kind of close to ours. Um, that the house was really strange pieces. But I guess they had shut the power off to the house.
Oh
And so people
gosh.
are walking through with like their phone light on, trying to look at things. And everybody's like, can you turn the lights on? So they had like flashlights
Halloween's
sitting
a
on the
couple of months.
on the counter. Yeah.
So you got to take around glow sticks and flashlights. It turns into a dance party or something,
It
right?
was weird. Yeah. But I do really like my new little Americana piece that I'm keeping that probably because it's like I don't know, it's cool and somebody made it and
Yeah. Put it up for
yeah.
auction. I'll end up buying it.
Nope, Marka. I'm already bringing you some
I
other
know.
stuff.
I already have won the 5 o'clock somewhere
You
cup.
already have like three things I'm bringing. Yeah, you won the 5 o'clock cup, and then I have something for it's actually my kind
And
of
I paid
you
for it.
for Kalani more than you, but and then I have something else. Yeah. So all the
I'll have to
gifts.
I'll have to get a Westwood beanie because it'll be cold by the time you get here, and then I'll end up losing
And then
that.
you'll lose that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
it'll end
Donna
up in
won't
Oklahoma.
know. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'll send it home.
it'll work.
Yep.
Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. We've got Tom and Magic Torch and Daddy O, the Rand, and Viva Flav. I still have your picture, Viva Flav. I need to email you back and get your mailing address and figure out shipping on it because it's a bear. So I don't know if you want the frame. If you want the frame, if you don't want the frame, I could take the picture out and it would be lighter to ship. But if you want the frame, it's beautiful and vintage. and I can ship it with the frame. But
disassemble the frame and put it all rolled up in a tube.
It's gonna cost you. No, I would leave it with like on the picture, but you can pop the picture out of like the wood part. That's what I'm saying. Anyway,
I got it.
I'll call you later. Now I just had a little piece of dust on my face. Who else is here? All the peeps are here. Oh, Johnny Midas. He's been popping in lately. Good to see you. Good to see you.
From the desert.
JB Rants. And Ron Wisnowski. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling well. He said she must have worked for TWA. That's old school.
Trans World America.
That is
Airlines. Trans World Airlines or America? Trans World Airlines. That's what it was.
So speaking of airlines, that kind of makes me think of, there's a big buzz around Clip High's data with this 3 to 13 times the, thing that you're not allowed to say on YouTube event.
Emotional energy.
The largest emotional energy event ever in the United States. And he was saying it could be around 3 different locations. One he did not mention, even on Nino's paid, but he explained. So he said either Chocolate Mountain or
Bix likes to say Chocolate Mountain. Chocolate Mountain. Golden Chocolate
Mountain. Or the Denver airport. And I've been seeing promoted tweets for these little zombie children for Halloween, which I'm like, oh God, please tell me they're not going to like blow up the Denver airport and then all the kids come out of there. I don't know. But then the other one he said was a location, and he didn't say where, but he said it would disrupt. I think he just said the internet, not electricity, which kind of threw me.
Wasn't it Midwest?
Did he say Midwest?
I don't know. I was looking at JB Sleer on Twitter. He did an outline of it.
Yeah, it looked like, he said it looks the same way, like the same shape, and there's an X right here. And he said, but it would disrupt the internet for 10 years. It would destroy the infrastructure that much that it would take 10 years to reset the infrastructure of the internet in the U.S.
Now think about this. What's that? Starlink still exists, right? Maybe there's a reason why that's up there. Maybe he's talking about the terrestrial, internet, fiber, and all that stuff, all the infrastructure, hardware on the ground. But if you got Starlink, that's like your saving grace at that time until the aliens pop it out and start playing pea shooter with the satellites.
Which what I think the alien thing is.
I don't know. What is it?
I think we are the aliens. I think everybody wakes up about the non-resident alien thing.
Yeah,
it says enough. Let me show you this video really quick of what is going on
in New York City.
New York City.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. They had enough.
AOC, Nadler.
My mind.
Nerdler. The Nerdler.
Let's see. Pause. Speaker up loud. I wasn't doing I don't have the Nadler and AOCs. I have the reaction to that. Oh, did I lose you?
No, I muted myself so I don't start talking.
Okay. So I don't have the AOC. So I'm going to play this and then you can tell us about the AOC and Nadler because I did not know what they were talking about, but I was like, yeah, finally, for Lord's sake, let's go. America, wake up.
On air, but what do you think about what the mayor's doing and what should the president and the White House be doing?
This is up to us. This is up to each and every one of us to stand up. Nobody's coming here for us.
Right.
We're here for ourselves. Yep. If we don't get up and fight for our city, nobody's coming for us. They're coming to destroy it. The reason why they're here is to steal our votes.
Right.
We're not going to be able to live. They're stealing our votes, our kids' future, my birthright, our United States, this great city that I refuse to leave. Do you understand? Nobody's coming for us. These elected officials aren't even elected. They're using absentee ballots. They're being selected.
They're operating without. What did you think that AOC, when she came out and other members of Congress and they had this press conference, what did you think about their comments?
They will never be allowed to walk down the streets again. Yes. They have destroyed our city, and New York, especially Queens, is woken up.
Let's pull away from this.
I like at the end of the let's pull away from that for a minute.
Cut the feed.
Let's not listen to him. They will not be allowed. And there's a lot of that. They will not be allowed to walk down the street again. There was another.
It's memeing.
I don't know if it was in Australia or.
I think it was.
I shared it. I think it was all about this tennis guy. People are like. Finally over it. Here it is. This one.
Vous avez parti, vous avez tout le Québec. J'espère que vous avez honte de vous pousser gauche. J'ai le droit de parler si je veux. Vous nous avez fait honte. Que vous êtes la fille.
Is this Trudeau?
Le Québec au complet.
Sounds like they're saying
J'espère que
speaking
vous
in
serez pas
French.
réélus. M'en fous. Lui, il va empêcher de voir ma grand-mère quand ma grand-mère est morte. C'est à cause de lui si elle est morte. Elle est morte comme un chien.
Yeah, get some shame on you.
Shame them all.
Shame them
That's
all.
what they need.
That is right. I mean, we're there.
It's happening. It's definitely happening. People can't tolerate this. I mean, I watched the press conference or the BS talk from AOC and Gerald Nadler, the New York representatives, and they couldn't talk. I mean, they just had their speech. They just kept reading it because they were getting drowned out by everybody in the crowd. Everybody's ticked off. Their only answer, though, in both of those speeches, and it's all BS, was we need more funding. We need more funding to be able to take care of it. Yeah, that's all they wanted. We need more funding to be able to, address this. And, we're doing things to help these people. America's a nation of immigrants. That's our strength. All the BS. Of course it is. But when you leave the floodgates open and anybody can come in and they just come into the schools and they can't speak the language, how are you going to teach these people? You just destroy the people's, ability to learn who are there. So, we need more funding, need more money. That'll fix it. Need more money.
There's a lawful way to come in. What's interesting, I saw an article and I shared it and tagged our governor because in Alaska, they have a problem with homeless people, and then them having to serve them to keep them warm in the winter. And so the homeless people didn't want to go into housing, which was a cheaper option for the government. It was only cost them $68 a day. So the homeless people wanted to be in hotels, which cost them like $120, $118. So their governor decided it was cheaper to fly them back to a safe place somewhere in Oklahoma, Texas.
Somewhere warm. I can't
remember where else. Almost 40 people have already been flown home for the winter. Homeless people. So not my problem, your problem.
And see, they're not addressing. This is so simple. If you have livestock, if you have animals, you put a fence around it. And that's what you do. So they can't get out and the wolves can't come in. That's what you have to do. You have to have boundaries. And if you don't have boundaries, you can't control the situation. It's running rampant, it's just wild free for all. And that's what you've got now. You just got a wild free for all to where it's just like, just figure it out, throw money at it. Rent the hotel out until we're broke.
Yeah, that's literally what they were doing. And so that's why the governor was like, there's a quote, and he says it was $68. I couldn't get them to go into the housing for $68 a day. They wanted the hotel for $118. So I figured $300 ticket to California or wherever he said was cheaper.
One time. One ticket, one trip, one way, see ya. And so that's what they do. Here's what's going to happen. Wow. These communists, what they're going to do, they're going to try and nationalize this stuff. They'll start nationalizing hotels, and they'll start saying, well, we're going to use a public domain, or eminent domain, and take the hotel from private, businesses and nationalize it, or, government owned.
Will they, or will they just pay for it? And it will
if they can, they're probably going to run out of money.
ISIS owned hotel in New York where they get $600 basically or $6,000 apartments for these illegals that are staying there, and it's full. It's completely full, rented up with taxpayer dollars for $6,000 a month per family, and that money is going to like some terrorist organization because they own the hotel.
Launder it through, and then they,
complete insanity.
Do whatever they do on the back. Hey, we sent $6 billion to Iran. We did that again. So let's just print up some more money and give it to, New York, give it to whatever to continue the madness. Meanwhile, you're living there. You're already overpaying for your property. Do you think it's going to go up anymore at this point? Probably not. So you're, everything that you built, everything you put your money into, your schools got in the right place. And guess what? Not anymore. Everything I've got's going to crap.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, all you got to do is close the border. I mean, that's all you got to do is close the border. And, putting troops on the border is not the answer. Finish the wall, lock it down, and then you can control who comes in. It's that simple.
And there is a door in that fence.
Right.
There's a door in the gate, and there's a way
some
to
of them are
come
welded
in.
open so people can come in. Thanks to knucklehead.
I'm just saying, like, there's a way to come in legally, lawfully.
Right. And there should be.
And all that. And that is the way to do it. And so when people have that argument, it doesn't fly with me. But hey, Johnny, good to see you. Happy Friday.
I mean, if you don't have a border, then you don't have a nation. That's as simple as that. I mean, am I wrong on that? What's the point in even having, drawing the lines on the map at that point? Yeah. Who cares?
Boundaries are important. I think boundaries are very important.
Yes. You're a psychopath, and I don't want you near me. Yeah. So you stay over there.
Now, Dr. Jan said that people should not label. You can talk about their behaviors, but do not label.
You're acting like a psychopath. You stay over there.
Okay, thank you. Because unless you're actually a psychologist or psychiatrist, you should not label someone.
I'm not a fireman either, but I know when there's a fire. Okay.
All right. I'm just trying to be fair.
Okay. All right. No, I get it.
Being a little bit level-headed.
You're engaging sweeping generalization, man. Let me put my broom away, so I don't do any of this. But you're engaging in erratic behavior, son.
That's all right.
Acting a little strange.
As long as you know who you are and you're consistently, and you have integrity, and what you say is what you do, I feel safe around that, and I like that.
I like consistency. I like to know where you're coming from, and I want to see some consistent behavior. If this erratic stuff, anyway, it's not good.
It makes me feel unsafe.
Right. I'm feeling oppressed. I'm feeling oppressed right now. All you people are oppressing me.
I'm just having this sincere, deep, you don't know. When I was pregnant, and a lot of women
nowadays.
I don't. A lot of women can probably relate when you're pregnant and you get that nesting feeling.
Oh, I've seen it.
So you've experienced it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. And it's it is pretty undeniable, and you're making your house just perfect, and all the you might spend a whole day cleaning baseboards, or reorganizing something completely, or you're getting ready for this time in your home kind of thing. And I'm having this first I'm having this urge to get out. I wish we were in a position to be out in the country in a house that's paid for completely, and with big dogs outside, and get off my lawn on every fence post. Yeah. That's part of how I feel. And then I want to go meet all my neighbors, see how we can all connect. Yes. You know what I mean? Yeah. But at the same time, I'm I feel like I'm too late for that. I feel like we missed the opportunity, and it's going to happen too quickly. And we just have to make the best of where we are now to get through the boogaloo.
It's one way to put it, boogaloo. So I think we're in a period where we have to definitely survive. I mean, and get through wherever we're at. There may still be opportunity. I just don't know how fast it's going to happen. You know, I mean, there will be opportunity. There's always opportunity, no matter how bad it gets. You know, there's opportunity.
Look at
And so
Westwood
you just
hustle and hopium. Okay.
Oh no, seriously, there really is. I mean, there's always opportunity in darkness. I mean, it's just there's always a path out, and you know, you just have to know where you want to be, though. You know what you want to do, and try and okay, if I see it, go, and you just don't even second guess at that point, because you realize the walls are falling in. I'm getting out of here. But no, I've always found that the opportunity presents itself when you least expect it and when it's needed. That makes sense. It'll happen if you're just waiting for it and focused on it and envisioning it. It'll happen. It's not a win.
Man, what
I have faith. I got faith, baby.
I know. It's just such a crazy time. It
is crazy. I can imagine dealing with the situation, you know, in a city like that. 10,000 more every month. And, you know, and it's nothing against the human beings that are trying to find a better life. It's the fact that we can't deal with it. We don't have the resources to deal with it. It's like you've got family members. Hey, I need money. It's like, I don't have it to give. You know, I'm giving it all away. And it's just, you can't just continue if you're not taking care of yourself. If you don't have your own house in order, you can't help somebody else. I mean, it just doesn't work. I mean, otherwise once you're gone, it's over. You know, you bleed yourself out. So it just doesn't work. So you can't do that in the cities either. I mean, you can't just destroy the schools and the infrastructure and put a stress on it like that and think that it's going to be okay, because that's just unsustainable. You got to realize that more money doesn't fix it. What are you going to do? Build another hotel? I mean, build another hotel, build housing, build this, build that. I mean,
I was
watching. Can't do it fast enough.
Tell Tom, and he said we need to quit saying that they're printing money. We need to say they're counterfeiting money.
Counterfeiting it. There you go. It's a good word. Counterfeiting the money.
Because that really puts into reality what they are doing with our labor.
Yep.
With that, money is a store of our labor to be used at a later time, and they are counterfeiting the notes that we use to exchange our labor, where we store our labor to be used for another time.
Right. Let's get the Secret Service over to the Federal Reserve and say, hey, these counterfeiters over here, they're counterfeiting money. This isn't lawful money. They're counterfeiting it. Go fix it.
Yep.
It's your job.
Yeah, definitely.
It's all a scam. Vampire casino.
It's all a scam. One big scam, and when are we going to opt out? Hey, I did hear, and I should have looked for the link, that there was somebody at Congress testified that paying taxes was voluntary.
I saw that. I saw the representative. I think he's a Democratic representative too. I was like, well, you know, don't want to talk about this too much because it is a voluntary system. Oh, it is?
Oh, really?
Okay. There's a lot of people out there that talk about that. You can go look into it in ways that you can basically opt out with a couple of tax forms. You know, even start changing your status. And you know, listen, okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. All these people in New York are getting all these benefits. Are they citizens? No. What are they? Okay, so what are they? How can I classify myself as one of them? See, you get my drift?
Invasion.
Right, yes. Get my drift? I mean, if I classify myself as one of them, then I'm entitled to all this free stuff, right?
Yep.
But if I'm a citizen, I just get milked and get robbed from. But if can I identify as that and get all the goodies and
do you have to physically leave and come back?
I don't know. It's just throwing it out there.
I don't know.
Everybody's changing their gender and using pronouns. It's like, I'm just going to change. I'm no longer this. Now I'm this. Okay. All right, cool. You guys good with that? All right. Where's my check? Where's my money?
It just wears me out that the truth doesn't matter anymore. It's just, oh, well, this is what this is the truth.
Statute-wise,
but it's not actually really what happened, or it's not actually, you know, would you stand in the dark in a room with that person? You know, when you know the truth, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, why doesn't that matter anymore? I don't understand.
A man's word should be a man's word.
It should be. It should matter.
Well, we're at a time frame where I think everybody's going to be shown for what they are. Look at Mitt Romney running like a rat. I shouldn't even say that. That gives rats a bad name on the whole rat thing.
I was going to say,
I'm sorry about that.
My Chinese,
you're the rat. Sorry.
My Chinese zodiac is you're the rat, but
the vampire fleeing the light.
That's why he's not running, is because he doesn't want more investigation, because he knows he's a criminal.
I might be in trouble. They might come after me next once we start getting down the line here.
Yeah, I think the alien invasion is all of us figuring out that we should be non-resident aliens.
We're the aliens, because this is an alien. This is a foreign government, so take it the other way. We're the aliens in this government. I mean, we're not fitting in here.
Especially because if DC is the 1 square mile, like the city of London.
Yeah, 10 square miles. DC,
10 square. Is it 10 square miles?
Yeah, it's 10 square miles. And that's what Congress has authority over. And then when you read it in the Constitution, they've got authority over that, and then any land that the states give them, you can think all the places in that the national government controls in different states, because that's a national park, or that's a military base, or that's this. So a lot of the land has been given over to them that they can control. But all those other lands, does that mean that they have no control over you? Because it doesn't enunciate it in the Constitution. That's state. That's a state land. So it specifically says in the Constitution that District of Columbia, that's Congress's purview, and then any other lands, territories, whatever, that the states basically give them. So it's showing you right there the states have the power.
Yeah.
Unless they give it away. Something to think about. It makes you think, do they really not have control over anything other than those things? And if you're living on the land, are you really subject to those laws? That's the whole argument here, is like, are you what are you? Are you in this system and a part of this, DC thing, or are you really just
I'm a sentient being?
Born? Yeah, right, exactly.
And any government can F off. That's how I feel today.
I know.
That is how I feel today.
I am my own government. As long as I abide by the Constitution and I don't hurt anybody and violate their rights, then leave me alone. Basically, that's what it comes down to. That's what it should be. Right. There's no damages, then fine. And that's what you hear a lot of times, these victimless crimes, that they enforce all these laws and regulations and statutes, not even laws, statutes and regulations and edicts. I mean, it's victimless crimes. You weren't wearing your seatbelt? Well, we're going to fine you. What do you mean? I didn't hurt anybody. Well, that's just the way it is. And so you just bullied.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a way to opt out of that? Is what I'm saying. Maybe there is.
Maybe there is. Maybe we can talk about that one at the Peoria meetup in October for my birthday in person. Happy birthday. We'll have like an alien. That will be the theme. What if that was the theme? We can do an alien invasion. You guys let me know if you think that would be fun. We can do alien invasion in Peoria for my birthday. October 20, I think it's the 21st. Well, I mean, I know when my birthday is, but I don't know what day we're going to be there. We're going to be there. Yeah, the 21st is a Saturday. Wait, we would probably do that Friday then. The 20th, the day before. So alien invasion, Peoria, Illinois, October 20th.
We're invading. I'm an idiot.
I think that's hilarious.
Stand by.
Non-resident aliens. And I'm also going to have like I think I'm going to.
I need a bar back.
Oh, well, I'll have to get Can in there.
I know, right? Hook me up. I'll tip him in dollar bills, Litecoin, whatever you want. Silver coins. I don't care. Whatever you want, boy.
He likes all of it.
I got it all.
Hey, we have a new friend in the chat, Tricky Creations. Thanks for joining us.
Trick. That's
Is that our friend Trick?
Yeah, it's Trick.
Oh, he just changed his name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Jessica. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
We know it.
That's Trick.
We have not seen
What's
them
up,
in a while.
man? I know.
Good to see you. Hopefully they'll come to the meetup. I wonder. I don't know if they're. I think they're more on the West Coast, but still.
Well, it was Ohio and Texas or Arkansas.
You're in the middle now.
I don't know what that happened.
If we're meeting in the middle, everybody can get there. But good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Take the middle path. Don't get too extreme one way or the other. Stay on the level in the middle. Moderation in all things, except on Fridays.
Except on Friday, then just
Lord,
pour that all the vodka you were going to pour in this cup into a smaller cup and let it go. It's a fun night. Daddy-O likes the alien birthday party idea.
It'll be an alien invasion.
That will be hilarious.
It definitely will.
Yeah, that'll be fun. What did you think of the paper mache alien in Mexico? Or the two?
Now you see you've rigged it by saying that.
Oh, sorry.
So
I was leaking out.
Exactly. It's Cliff Eye leaks.
Yes, I was leaking out.
Biased. Well, here's the deal with that. I mean, it's fulfilling the language. I mean, it's definitely fulfilling his language of alien revelation. And so I don't know. It's hard to say. I saw them. They're X-raying it and showing, those are bones. And I'm like, I remember Alien Autopsy back in like the 90s. Remember they had this in this green room, these doctors cutting this alien.
That's back when I didn't have TV really.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Back when you're in the horse and buggy.
Yes.
That was a big thing for a while there in the 90s. There was Alien Autopsy and they're showing this alien getting dissected and all these things. And so I don't know, but I mean, you've got a lot more governments talking about it, bringing it out. Really seeding people's minds that, okay, probably something there. We just don't know exactly what. And then they'll probably do their Project Bluebeam crap and, say that we're getting abducted and alien invasions and all this stuff. And maybe that's the Cliff Eye moment. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come down in a giant fireball and plow into Earth and aliens come out everywhere and
I just can't figure it. I cannot figure it out yet. But, I was going to invite Patrick to talk about Vegas a little bit. It looks like Pimpy's in the chat too.
Pimping it.
But, so my thought on the alien thing was, I think that might have even been, because there's talk that the new guy, it might be the new Mexican president, not New Mexico, but new.
Oh, we can talk about the New Mexican governor. New Mexico governor.
Well, she's a moron, and thank God that they told her to sit down.
Righted that wrong.
And she's wrong in, taking away our Second Amendment. So she can.
Anyway,
I digress.
F off, Mexico.
But the Mexican president that people are anticipating electing this. I guess it's going to be kind of like a good guy. And I wonder if this is a white hat op of stealing the thunder. So if there was going to be if the bad guys were going to use a fake alien, scared the people, blue beam thing. Well, if they just stole the thunder with, look, I know, let's put those little fake ones out. And it kind of dispels the.
That's what they do, though. I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then we'll be like, it's another fake alien thing.
It's another fake. Oh,
we've already seen that.
Cried wolf. You know what I mean?
They debunked that already. That didn't exist. It's like.
I think it pulls the excitement out of whatever was gonna maybe happen, or I think it might have been like a way to steal the thunder of whatever.
Front run it.
That's what I'm hoping or what I'm thinking.
Yeah, could be. Could be. I don't know. Government shutdown coming, right?
Yeah, let's go.
2 weeks.
I'm so excited. Kick them out.
We got Matt Gaetz and McCarthy going at it toe to toe in the House.
If anybody else was doing that shitty of a job, they would have been fired a long time ago. At any other job.
It's like, hey, you said you were going to release all the J6 stuff. Have you done that yet? I mean, you made all these promises. You're going to do all this, release all the footage. You know, oh, we're going to do this. No new bills. It's all balance this. Blah, blah, blah. You know, and then what? Come on. Come on, man. Exactly. Hey, but we got a gun charge for the son. He got indicted for gun issues.
That Hunter got hunted. He finally got indicted. I don't know that he'll serve any time. Once again, like, our judicial system is so broken. It's like a big ball of nothing, and the attorneys are all working for each other, making deals behind the scenes of, like, you know, how long can we drag this out and get as many fees as we can? And well, he told me that this, that, and we have an oath. We take the bar oath to each other, so he had to be telling me the truth about
what is the bar? What is the oath to the bar, though? I mean, is it an oth to the Constitution, or is it an oath to fulfill the
it's that barrister's agent, whatever from England.
Exactly, within the maritime law, as opposed to, you know, the real law, the common law, land law. I mean, you know, which is it? You know, what are you doing? That's what you do. You cross the bridge, don't you? When you go across the gate in the courtroom, you're becoming part of that land admiralty law stuff and the fringe yellow flag crap, and it's all symbolism and language, and it's like, why are we even playing this game? Why are we even doing this?
It feels like a game.
It is. It's a big game. They laugh at us. They take our money or energy. I will own nothing, and I will be happy. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying.
Okay. All right. I own nothing.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy.
Everybody wants to be a trust fund baby, right?
There you go. Absolutely. Who doesn't?
Or what do they call it? Sugar baby? Is that sugar baby?
That's a candy. A sugar mama.
I thought you were sugar baby.
Maybe a sugar baby. No, a trust fund baby.
Trust fund baby.
That's what they call it. You know, pass it along, and the babies get to live on it. It's not theirs, but they get to receive the rewards, and they're not responsible, and it's not in their name. You know, so it's like, you know, I don't own anything, but I get to use the helicopter anytime I want.
Yeah. Which is ironic because they say that we're supposed to, in this theory of kind of what Westwood and I are hemming and hawing around about, in this theory of that, to be able to do that, you have to step into your adulthood. But then you're actually stepping into your adulthood and submitting to being responsible for nothing. Well, it depends on which person you're talking about. It's very complicated.
Yes, it is.
I'm talking about it at the alien
the alien invasion party.
Alien invasion, October 20th.
Yeah, alien invasion party.
Peoria Pizza Works.
Oh, I don't know what we're doing.
You don't think we're going to do it?
I don't know if I'm going to do it there publicly. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I may do it somewhere else. I haven't decided yet. I need to do something quick though. It's coming up.
All right, I get you. What about the SEC going back? Finally, Hester Pierce found her voice, or whatever body part she needed to, and her and another person spoke up on the SEC, and they went backwards on the NFT thing. On the Stoner Cats.
Stoner Cats. Yes, that's that Mila and what's his name?
Ashton, right?
Ashton Kutcher, yeah. Stoner Cats.
So they are charging the SEC News charging Stoner Cats, settling, then disagreeing. It pumped them by 250%. Man, I wonder if Sean got in on that because he's says he's friends with Ashton.
Well, there you go. You pump it.
NFT sales shot up from one day. Now there are no Stoner Cats listed for sale.
Wow.
Is the SEC misleading investors?
They're not helping them.
Wow. I clutch my pearls. I'm sure Gary would never.
Meanwhile, we have 10 Bitcoin spot ETFs sitting out there waiting for approval that are just in limbo.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for the right moment when they can open the floodgates.
It is all planned, isn't it?
I know it is. It is. It's all on a timeline. I mean, it really is. And see, I've said that before. I hold to the 4-year cycle and the emotional cycle and the energy of the people, the emotional. And so they just tap into that at the right times. And when it's down, they're like, okay, really knock it down with some news. And then when it's time to let it go up, oh, this is great. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. They just reinforce it and push it, really high. So, I mean, they play right into it. They feed into it and they know what they're doing. And you just gotta know what you want out of it. Use it as a tool. Get your sovereignty, however it is. Get your freedom, and then you can go out there and protest AOC and talk smack to them. And you can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. And
the other thing you can do. So this is resonating.
Hop
with
in
me
the
so
RV.
much. Yes. So I said paper mache, but how you say something, but then sometimes you have to see it or hear it back before you really like. Whatever Jim said, I asked the question on Jenny's Patreon and had her pull cards, and she said on the fake aliens, and she said paper mache. So think about how you become a non-resident alien with paper.
Yeah.
Was that like kind of a calm or a
you're just leaking out all kinds
like
of
a freaking psyop
stuff
or something on people to go?
That's an interesting take.
Become a paper mache non-resident.
You too can be an alien.
You too can
all
be
through
a
paper
non-resident alien.
Yes, you shell of a human being.
I'm gonna have to have some paper mache aliens at my birthday party.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have this alien hanging there, like they do in Mexico. What's that? They take a stick and hit it? A piñata. And you're going to bust it open and little mini flight bottles of Tito's are going to fall out everywhere.
Oh, my gosh.
Lord, I'm in heaven.
Lord. Yeah. That would be wonderful. Yeah.
Wouldn't it? That'd be pretty cool. They're plastic so they can fall into concrete.
When Jim said that was confirmation to me that I'm right.
There you go. I mean, this is the kind of stuff Cliff picks up on. I mean, there's language shifting. She's saying it, you said it, and it's like, well, you weren't talking to each other, were you?
Nope. I mean, we do sometimes, but we did not talk about that.
But no, that's a topic that's just regurgitating it out. It's like spitting it out, and and he's picking up on this stuff. He's like, it's there. We're leaking the information because that's the premise. We're all psychic, and we just don't know it, and we leak that out all the time. And he's picking up on it with language shifts.
So I had this. I took a little nap today because I also got up really early, which I never do. Maybe that's why I'm in a bad mood. But I took like a little nap today, just like a cat nap on the couch, and I had this weird, which of course we had just watched the Nino thing last night.
Yeah.
But I had this dream that
Nino.
That there was it had something to do with once the beam or the whatever, the meteor that comes down or whatever is going to happen, that it is going to make or expose that there are pyramids either under Chocolate Mountain or the Denver airport or this other third location that he didn't say what it was.
We don't know where it's at. No hints. I mean,
but something
I'm too poor. I can't get the video. Smoking too many cigars.
I don't know, but it's something about my dream it was something about it revealed like but they were not like normal. Well, maybe they were. I just haven't been up close to a pyramid. But it was like it was like they had the steps,
Yeah.
And that
like the Central American ones that you can actually walk on the steps as opposed to the Egyptian ones that are like
it wasn't like
hard to walk on.
Slide down. It was like this kind of pyramid.
Yeah, Central American.
But that it exposed that. And that was the big dun 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 moment.
There's pyramids everywhere under these mountains. And these big stumps at Devil's Tower, they're tree stumps and they're really not what you think they are. And
all these petrified things. Tree stump, yeah.
All the things. There's so much that's been hidden and erased. And I mean, you think about the technology that existed back in the old days and all the things they did. You talk about the Greeks, they used to have what was like blue fire or something. I don't know what it is. Some magical thing, maybe made with gold, some weapon. I can't remember what it was called. Blue fire, something like that.
Energy directed weapon. Yeah.
Yes, that thing. Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Pyramid
Directed
Dew.
energy weapon. There you go. Dew.
Yeah.
A little dew. A little do ya.
A little do ya.
A little do ya.
Yeah, so I mean, all that's going to get revealed, I think, as we go forward. It's just like, how long does it take? Through the lens of history, we'll look back and say, oh, during this period, it was the Great Revelation period where all the information came out. And then that's like a 500 years or something.
Rubbing aluminum under their armpits and drinking fluoride.
What were they thinking? It had the skull and crossbones on the bag of the fluoride that the city's dumping into your water supply. What do they do? What? What are you people thinking? It was right there in front of you the whole time. It really is. It's all right there.
They were doing what to their children?
Yeah, they do. Huh?
What?
They thought that would work.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, the sins of.
Should have been eating tree bark. Would have been better off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Isn't that what chaga mushrooms are? It's kind of like grows on the tree. It's like almost like a rock. It's really hard.
There's also that's where aspirin was found originally.
Yeah, white willow bark. That's where it comes from. And then Bayer goes and says, hey, we can patent this. Let's make this in a factory and chemicalize it, and then we'll put it in a pill
and charge you 100 times.
Yeah. Maybe there might be some other stuff in it that shouldn't be. I don't know.
Maybe. I know there was this little man walking around and he had bumped his arm on something and he was just bleeding like a sieve. Like it was just going everywhere. And so the little ladies were trying to help him and all this. And then everybody started talking about all their health problems. And I was like,
yeah, Greek fire. That was it.
I got to get out of here. Is that what that's called when everybody talks
Greek fire state?
Anyway, sorry. Greek fire?
Yeah, Greek fire. That's what it was. See, I've forgotten more than I've ever learned. I'm glad I have a wonderful community to know what I'm talking about.
You'll own Litecoin and you'll be happy.
That's right. You will own Litecoin and you will be happy.
I love it. And then you'll have lots of steak.
The road to hell is paved with unbought and held Litecoin.
Mm-hmm.
God, help me.
Man.
Got issues. Not enough tissues. So what do you think about the DNC? This is all the politics doesn't even. It's like it doesn't even matter. But you look at the DNC rigging things against or RFK. It's a JFK rigging it against RFK. And
I heard he was talking about going and running independent or something.
He's floating it. He's floating the plan. And he's part of the plan. He's putting the information out there, telegraphing it all. So I don't know what's going to happen. You may have a third party with him and Trump, for all we know. Who knows? You
could also see with this push against McCarthy, you could also see, remember when they did the vote for Speaker of the House? And somebody voted or nominated Trump.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz did.
That could still happen.
I mean, you think about it, Biden's not going to be around. Something's going to happen. We all kind of know that. They've telegraphed that he's going to resign. Something's going to happen, whatever. Who knows how it's going to unfold. And then you've got Kamala.
An anchor baby. She's an anchor baby.
She could be wiped out. If you wipe them both out at the same time, the next in line is the Speaker of the House.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if you don't think it's all planned and timing is perfect, then I mean, I know there's things like if then this has to happen, and there's still like a battle of good and evil right now and all that stuff. I get that. But I also think there's points of action or times to take points of action.
No, I think so. I think there's critical times to where it's like it counters it a little bit and you kind of, what's going to happen, I think, in the long term, it will happen the way it's supposed to happen. It's just that, it may pivot here, at a certain juncture and then have to pivot back. And, there are times where you steer it, ultimately the ship's going that direction, but sometimes it gets shifted that way, and then you got to shift it back the other way. And I don't know, that's just how I see it. But it's all going to the same place. It's a train's going down the tracks, and it's going to make it there. It's just might get diverted a little bit and come back. I don't know, man. It's exciting. It is definitely exciting watching this unfold.
We were born, like, I think about when you talk about one of my favorite life lesson conversations was very brief with you, but it has impacted me significantly, and it's come up in multiple conversations in my life, and it is that magic bus stop.
Cosmic bus stop, baby.
Cosmic bus stop.
Up there in the cosmos, deciding where we're going to go next,
Yeah.
where are we going to manifest ourselves, and what are we going to accomplish in the life where we manifest ourselves, and choosing what mission, what path we're going to take. And, even though you might come down here and do something bad, maybe it's because it had to be done to teach someone a lesson to help them fulfill their destiny. And so you might have had to engage in some horrible action or whatever it may be, but you chose that up there and said, okay, I'll go do that because I want you to learn that lesson down there. So I'm going to come down here and be the jerk that pushes you into that direction. And you may see it at the time.
Collectively,
yes, we're trying
we rise together.
Right. We're trying to help each other expand, and through our spiritually expand.
Yeah, not physically. I'm not interested in physically expanding anymore.
Well, I have no problem doing that. So I don't need any help.
I'm over that. Oh.
The legend grows larger every day. The legend. Oh, yeah, baby. Yep. So what else is on the list? What else we got going on? What else?
Oh my gosh. I'm really sorry. I did not do a good job of. There was some. Oh gosh, there was a Gary interview or him getting called out by this was awesome. The Sheriff Carmine Marciano walked into It's Getting Hot in Here. Like, I don't know. There's all kinds of good stuff happening. I think the sheriffs are the Lori thing. Do you know about this in London? There's been like a vigilante kind of thing with the community, and they have gone around. So in London, there is this like they have these cameras everywhere.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this. Yeah.
This bus thing drives around and captures you doing bad things too, or I don't know if they throw people in this bus or what. I don't know what is going on here, but there's apparently like this whole thing about, and so they've got this hashtag Blade Runners, say no to the ULEZ, do not comply, power to the people. And so they are...
Quite ironic that it's going on a diesel lorry.
Thing, and just that, well, they've obviously popped the back wheels out. See, it has this camera up on top, and they're like just taking it away. Then there's other
find that single point of failure that's easy, and just puts them out of commission. Be that cog in the system.
I was watching this whole thread, which now I can't find the whole thread, but they were showing where like people are just dismantling these cameras. They're cutting them down with like blowtorch things.
They like come up there and ching, 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 ching. Then
little settling torches, cutting them
wear
off.
your mask, like you're supposed to, and you're, and then go up, and then nobody knows who you are.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what you're going to see, though.
I love this.
You've got governments become oppressive. People at some point, there's too many people.
They say
you can't step on all the ants. It's just like you can't do it. It's not going to happen. As long as there's going to be another ant.
Yeah. I thought this was really good. So.
Yeah, you push people far enough when they got, what's Gerald Celente say, when people have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And that's basically what happens. I mean, when they feel like, hey, what do I have to lose at this point? I'm going to go do something. And that's a dangerous path. I mean, you got to be careful. Better to expose the lies and the evil and bring it to the light. I would prefer that way, to where you show the vampires for what they are, and they can't walk down the street anymore. I mean, and that's what needs to happen. They're not welcome in our world anymore. And they need to know that.
So So Juicy is over.
Juicy.
So Juicy is over. We tortured poor little Mitchie. I think, was that on the trip to Pennsylvania?
Jersey, I think.
Or Jersey?
Going to Jersey, yeah.
Yeah, on Jersey. I love driving through Pennsylvania. It was beautiful. So I keep thinking about Pennsylvania, but it was on the way to Jersey. So Westwood and Mitchie and I took a road trip up to Jersey and
went up the shore.
God, we went. We didn't go up the shore, but we were in Jersey. But and we were telling Mitch about some of these, alternative or, the truth about things that go on that the mainstream media does not. Yeah. And how they put it in front of you. And so we showed him if you guys Google Black Forest gummy bear commercial, it is the creepiest thing. And they're like, "Oh, so juicy."
And they're all doing all these innuendo things.
Yeah, and the scarecrows don't mean to scare the birds. And then they take these little gummy bears and stab them on the queen's crown. But they make the sacrifice every year, and they're walking in the Black Forest. Like, it is so creepy. Clearly, they are doing the ritual in your face. Of what they really do behind your back. And so this was encouraging. So the Rothschilds art collection got sold earlier this week, which was, I don't even know how much. That was great news because that means they're out of control, or it's being dismantled. But then this came in cold shoulder. Royal family banned from 175-year-old hunting tradition. This is the Black Forest. This is where, I can't remember who it was that she said she felt sorry for George Bush because she was there when his father hunted him, because they do this to their own children. So they terrify them, make them run naked through the woods, and then do horrible things to them, all this. And so the hunting party in the Black Forest, in these royal families hunting children, Satanic Night Circuit. It's been.
Oh, come on! You really think that kind of thing happens when you've got no worry about money and you've got all this land and these estates? Do you really think you're looking for some kind of weird recreation if you're these billionaires? Why would they do such a thing?
Because
it's never enough.
These people are sick.
Exactly. They want more, and they want more power. They'll do things that just because I can, and that's it. They're vampires. That's all they are.
I watched a documentary.
The parasites. And what stops a parasite? Garlic. Okay, the analogies are in front of us. I mean, vampire is a parasite. Parasites in the body, garlic. So all these things, they all intertwine. It's how you heal yourself. It's how you break free from all the collections and all these things that take away human energy. So it's multifaceted. Anyway.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah,
that's really interesting. I watched a documentary on Lady Di one time, and there's a part where they make her seem like she's crazy or whatever, but she's out and they're doing a hunting thing, and she walks out in the field in front of all the hunters. And so she's risking her life, and she's stopping the hunt. And see, I'm getting chills. It makes me wonder if she was stopping one of these hunts. Yeah. And in the movie, they had it they were hunting pheasants or whatever.
Right. It's always, it's just a quail,
Yeah.
Shoot.
But if she did that, and then she
released the foxes,
and she made them stand down, and they stopped the hunt, but then they took her back home. Well, and they had her children doing some of the hunting. And that's part of the reason she was out there, and she was like, no, this needs to stop, whatever. And so then Charles or whatever, Prince Charles,
Chucky,
finally caved and said, take your mother home, and so the boys went over and took her home. And but it makes me wonder what they were really hunting in that
Yeah, it could have been even a symbolic gesture of just saying, no, I'm not going to tolerate this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, a lot of this stuff, I mean, to think everybody watches the movies and thinks, it's always just a movie. It happened in the past. I mean, this doesn't happen now. No, yeah, it does. These vampires are always the same, no matter what generation they live in. It's just how they are. And they're just, they want to feed off of humanity. And that's what they do in different ways. Why wouldn't they? Because that's what they are. A vampire's going to vampire. I mean, they've got this unlimited wealth. Then they think they're off the record. You know, they think they're above the law, which they kind of are. I mean, they put themselves in that position to where nobody touches them. And, I mean, so they're going to do depraved things. They're all inbred anyway. You know, that doesn't help.
Well, and didn't he...
And they come from Germany because they're Hanovers. I mean, they rename themselves, you know, but they're Germans on the throne in England. I mean, give me a break. You've been taken over and held on. It's just all that stuff comes from that Black Forest, you know, stuff. A lot of it goes back to that. I don't know. I'm just drinking gin and tonic.
Governor Stitt. Thank you, Governor Stitt. He is fighting for Oklahomans and the Constitution, and I think good things of this man. I think he's doing the right thing. And you have to educate yourself to know, like, I'm not just being a fanboy. I'm saying, like, the actions that he's taking align with the Constitution, and that's what I'm in support of. That's
what's important. I mean, and use the example again. I talked when you went to see General Flynn, that book he recommended.
Yeah,
I actually read it, finished it. One of the few things I can finish anymore. I'm just like get scattered and never get anything done. So it's not a big book.
So what was the big takeaway of that?
No, the big takeaway is what happened in New Mexico with that governor, and where she's saying that, hey, we're going to take, you can't carry your firearms. You know, because it's an emergency, because there's too much crime, and we're going to, help stop it by letting, law-abiding individuals not carry their weapons anymore. And, there was pushback, and her attorney general said, I'm not going to prosecute these people. And so that's what it takes. And then the Supreme Court says no. But see, that's what happens. She can say whatever she wants, or any leader can say whatever they want. Right. But if they don't have enforcement and people get in the way, the doctrine of the lesser magistrates, they get in the way and they say, no, that's not constitutional. That violates the law of the people, law of humanity, natural law. I'm not going to follow it. And so what happens? It has nothing. It has no teeth. It's just a paper bull. There's nothing there. And it stops.
That is the second time. Do you mean paper tiger?
Well, it can be a paper bull, a paper tiger,
this paper tiger.
Animal. It's just
and now we've heard this paper mache alien thing.
Well, there it is. Paper. So it's all a front. I mean, it's just like the Western movie set to where it's, oh my gosh, look at this Western town. Then you go to the back and it's got sticks, holding the front up. And it's just like a paper tiger or a paper bull. Oh my gosh, look at that tiger. Look at that bull. Oh, wait. Go around the backside. That's just paper. Why am I scared of this? It's all a front. It's all fake. And that's all that is. They see what they can get away with and deceive you with their little magic tricks because they know they can't enforce it. So they have to deceive you and use their little magic tricks, and which is what they're all about, dark magic, and convince you to, oh, listen, this is the reality. You need to, follow orders. And because look, this tiger's standing here, this bull's standing here, whatever, this lion, whatever it is.
And it is.
And that's what they do. It's all fake.
It's that legalese. It's right. Not truth or reality.
Exactly. It's just all fiction.
Well, but that's what this law can force or enforce on you. No.
It's a vampire system that has no real energy behind it. It's just a front. And when you realize what it is, and you're the one feeding it, when you stop feeding it, it just, what am I afraid of this thing for? Why would I be afraid of this thing? It has nothing behind it. And that's really how you got to look at this stuff. I mean, you look at the people of New York, that's a good example of to where they don't have a voice. They can go out there and say all this BS and all that stuff, and they get drowned out. And it's just, no, we're done. We're done. You guys are frauds. We're not listening to you anymore. We're not following this. And as that builds, it all changes because they don't have any power. They really don't, other than what we delegate to them and give to them. It's vampire. Vampire can exist without your energy. That's it. That simple.
Speaking of a vampire, this was so bizarre. which just to add to the list.
When did this take place? Because I saw that and it was like so.
It says
yeah, I'm
September 13th.
Really? I thought maybe that was in the past. I wasn't sure what the time frame was.
Well, I don't know. It was posted November 13th because it is a bizarre statement. And he's taught, and it says something about nobody warned me it was wrong for my son to take millions.
Then you're an idiot.
And the reporter says, well, many people tried to warn you. And then he says something about, well, my son was on his deathbed. Is he saying
might have been
Hunter?
talking about Beau Biden or the other Biden, and his other son.
I thought Beau died a long time ago.
I know, but he mixes timelines all the time. He's at ground zero in 9/11 when
right.
The White House aides of yours who tried to warn you about the potential conflicts of interest.
Nobody warned me about a potential conflict of interest. Nobody warned me about that.
Liar.
And at the same time,
George Kent, the State Department official, testified that he raised it to you.
No, he
and
didn't
staff,
say
to your
me.
staff.
He did not.
To your staff. I stand corrected.
Never heard that once.
To your staff, and your staff told him he has no bandwidth.
Well, my son was dying. I guess that's why he said it. My son was on his deathbed.
My son was
Former
dying.
White House aides of yours
my son was on his deathbed. He says that my son was dying. My son was on his deathbed.
He might be referring to the other son because he always brings him up. I don't know. Was it Beau Biden? Whichever one. I don't know.
I know he died a long time ago.
I know, but it's just who knows when he's referring to the conversation. It's hard telling with his mind. The thing is, that's no excuse. The point of it is he's been a liar his whole career. He's been an idiot his whole career. He's been on the take his whole career. And he's not the smartest guy. He's really not. No. He thinks he can just run it like a mafia business, like he's been doing. And
they don't want actually intelligent people in there. They want puppets.
Exactly. It's like, hey, you're rich. You got multiple mansions. You've done well for yourself, right? Keep playing the game and shut up. Do what we tell you to do. You can't even read the teleprompter. We got to get Newsom in here. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
He's slick. We need somebody slick, like Slick Willie and Obama. We need somebody like that. Biden's not cutting it for us anymore. We need somebody slick.
That's crazy.
Man.
Gosh, there's so much. Like there was this horrible destruction in Africa and Libya with supposedly
I can't believe
bodies washing up on the shore and
the floods and just the massive and the earthquake in Morocco. All these things.
Yeah, earthquake in Morocco. Hong
usually
Kong
doesn't happen.
Was it Hong Kong or Taiwan had this huge flood where people were just being rushed down the street. None of it seems real, to be honest. I don't know.
I don't either. There's just a lot happening right now. A lot of big things that are right. Or is it? I don't know. I'm not there. Hard to say. Is it a wag the dog scenario? Hard to say. That movie.
This is the time where Uncle Cliff said to hold things loosely, know what you are and where you are, but hold as you're receiving information, kind of hold it loosely because. Just like
38 Special says, hold on loosely. Isn't that what it is? Or hang on loosely? Paulie P's not in the chats anymore. He's trying to.
Don't start singing. Just
hold on loosely. Don't let me.
Don't do it. I think it's lightly.
It's loosely.
I don't think it's loosely.
I'll play it. You want to play it? I'll play it live. I'll play it right now. What is it, chat? Give me a 1 if it's hold on loosely. Give me a 2 if you think Lisa's right. Anything else? 38 Special, right? Hold on loosely.
Wait, are we betting something?
No.
Oh,
saying Westwood. There's a 1 from Phil. All right, 1. That's all I need. Just 1. I'm good.
I think right. I won then.
No, I said 1 for hold on.
I think I was 1.
2 for what Lisa says.
Oh,
it doesn't even matter what Lisa says.
I think I said lightly.
There's 2 1s, 3 1s. Litecoinly. Hold on to that Litecoinly.
Hold on, Litecoinly. Yeah, it's a new song.
Hold on, Litecoinly.
I have a new song. Yeah. Boxioki, Patrick says. I sent him a link.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Somebody says 2. Patrick says 2, so he's got to be a contrarian.
I love you. Thank you, Patrick.
Tell you what.
Sweet boy.
He just had a
birthday. Happy birthday.
Baby birthday.
And he had a baby. He had a baby and
Had a real birthday, the first one.
He's picking up kiddos, so maybe we'll have him join us next weekend. Gosh, then it's going to be time to go to Vegas.
Oh yeah, it's like
you guys, if you haven't got your ticket yet to go to Vegas, Economic Ninja called me the other day, and because he was having trouble with his YouTube video thing, and he's like, "Hey, I tried to get a hold of you," which I didn't. I missed a call from the Ninja. I felt like a terrible person, but I called him back. Okay, there you go. Westwood, you are correct. Well done.
Hey,
you win, sir.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
No, that was great. I might have him on Monday or something. I'll see if Patrick's available. Oh, nope. Here he is in the car. Live in the car.
Live on the road.
On the road. Making deals. Hustling kids. Doing all the things.
Live.
It's Patrick Hakeem live. How are you doing?
Hey, guys. Sorry it took me a minute. I am driving, getting ready. It's been a busy few weeks getting ready for the event.
I'm so excited for you. Pimpy was in the chat a little while ago. I know he's planning on being out at the event, Pulse Stock event, Silver Symposium in Vegas, September 29th through October 1st. I'm going to be there. Ninja said he would come up and sit in for Westwood since Westwood's not going at happy hour at the balcony.
He's going to have to drink.
Well, whatever he wants to drink, he can have. It's about freedom, right? Personal freedom. He loves coffee. Maybe he'll have a coffee with me for happy hour.
Spike it.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. I mean, we've got Jedward Griffin coming, so to me, that's kind of like the one I'm really excited about. Everyone else I've gotten the
Okay, your volume is a little bit low, so I'm going to repeat that. I don't mean to interrupt you, but then I won't interrupt you again. So I want to let everybody know that means G. Edward Griffin, the Creature from Jekyll Island author, is confirmed and is going to be at the event.
Yeah, he'll be speaking on Friday night. His keynote will be September 29th, right around the time we're doing a whole workshop teaching everyone how to hold Bitcoin and store Bitcoin. So it's going to be a great event. We're really excited for it.
That's super cool. I'm bringing one of my, well, actually, I rescued a book from a estate sale of his. And then I have one, of course, that I just had bought of his. So I might bring both copies and get him to sign them.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely bring my own copies as well for signatures. I'm definitely getting his signature on one of my books. Definitely.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Well, and you sold out of your silver round.
Yeah. That Pulse coin sold out 1,000 of them
Pulse coins
made and they're done.
Wow, yeah, so I heard awesome. You might be doing another series of those. Those had a key with Bitcoin on them, or you could load.
We are getting
Bitcoin
ready to launch our next coin, and the next coin that we'll be launching will be an XRP coin. So it will be loaded with XRP.
Very cool. Yeah, so you guys can follow Patrick and learn more about it. I've got a link in the description to find out more about the event and find out about Sat Pulse, connect with Patrick. He also has all the schedule on there, how to buy tickets. There's a discount if you use my link, and you also get a silver 1 ounce round. And you'll get to see me and a lot of other influencers and speakers, and they're going to have coin authenticators there. They have, I mean, it's just the whole event is going to be amazing. So
yeah, it should be really an awesome time too, not just in terms of that, but we've got a lot of solutions for people in terms of blockchain solutions. You know, we have a big problem as we know it in the crypto space with the fiat on and off ramps. It's a problem. It's difficult to get your money out of the banks and into Bitcoin, but we're bringing solutions that we love. So we're going to just enjoy bringing those solutions to the community so that everyone gets the opportunity to buy Bitcoin, to understand how to hold Bitcoin, to get it off the exchanges. We're really looking forward to just having a time where we're educating each other, not just us teaching, but everyone learning from each other too. And as you guys know this, I mean, the magical internet, friends, that's why we do this. It's so much fun to meet up and hang out and Clint, I'll miss you for sure. I'm really bummed, but I'm not going to try to twist your arm again. We've done that, 3 weeks in a row? So
I think
we
so.
won't do that.
Come on, behind the scenes, you have no idea.
At least I know. I still text him and I'm like, okay, well, we're getting ready to book something. Are you sure? What do you think?
It's good. I mean, I found out yesterday, Ben told me that he was coming, and I was so excited. Like, for sure, he's coming. Like, Bitcoin Ben is coming.
Awesome.
When we think about that, it's kind of funny because I met Dylan and Jeff and you, Lisa, all because
that's
of
how we
Bitcoin
met.
Ben.
Yeah.
Like, without Ben,
yeah,
I would have not known any of these people. So to me, watching Ben come up, it's kind of like he's like the dad figure, for us. He's like going to be there watching Dylan and I and Jeff like do what he told us we needed to go out and do. And then we got a lot of our friends who are coming to support us. And not only are they coming to support us, but I think they genuinely like the show we're putting on. They're all like, you got Jedward Griffin, you got this person, you got, yep. And it's only $90 or $100. And I mean, it's going to only get better as I do it differently. The next event will be even better than this one because I now have learned so much, but I'm just so excited for what's coming.
Well, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. I mean, right now with the threat of CBDC and people losing their, their privacy or, and looking for those alternative pathways, those routes, those bridges, those, as Ben says, those lifeboats, those safety boats, that's kind of where we are. And it's all about that kind of finding those solutions. So I think it's going to be a great event and I'm honored to be a part of it.
And so for you guys also who wanted to come but can't come because for some reason maybe the costs are too expensive to get to Vegas or the time doesn't work out, we added an online Zoom option. So for a lot of you, you can look for $69. You log in, get the ticket. We'll send you the Zoom links and you'll be part of everything going on main stage.
That is really cool. That's great. So then they can be a part of all the education that's going on and see some of the community as well. That'll be awesome.
That's correct.
You're putting together a great show, man. I'm sitting here thinking, man, every time I hear more information, I'm tempted. I'm just like,
you might be able to jump out. Well, if
he'll fly from Florida. Yeah. I mean, but if he were in Missouri,
if he was in Missouri, you could jump
I don't know.
in the bus.
It's not just that. It's a whole timing thing right now with, life changes, and people traveling and there's just a lot.
That's true.
It's tough right now for me to do things
for you to take
that
off,
far. Yeah, it is. So we'll see. It'll be a last minute thing for me if I do. It'll be a flight in and a flight out if I go. I hate flying, but that's what it would be.
There's just so much more to come, guys. This is not the last time. I'm just getting started. I've just finally found something I love doing. I love my friends. I love events. And I love bringing the best of the best around to talk to all of their communities. So to me, it's more like putting on a huge party. The problem is we thought that we were going to, get some of this revenue back when we have a lot of these other silver junior mining resources coming. But the junior miners are truly not able to show up because I don't think they have any bank right now. I believe they're struggling. So for me, it's going to be less about what we can do in the junior and silver resource mining space. I've done everything I can to look and learn to the silver supply, and I've found everything I want. And now I'm ready to bring those two worlds together and really create value for the community. We're going to take it back. We're going to take back our freedom, our wealth, our power. We don't need to give the power to the banks anymore. It's just ridiculous. We're not doing it.
They don't do anything for us.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes comes from Bitcoin Ben. He tells the story of how he was doing consulting with a bank, and the bank got his invoice, and they looked at him, and the story goes something like, oh my gosh, you guys, whatever, this is so much money. And Ben looks at them. I remember him when he said it. He said, you guys have been fucking us for years. Payback's a bitch, And I just keep thinking, like, I can't wait till I get to drop that on a bank someday. Like when I'm going to go into a bank and be like, sorry guys, it's going to be 6 Bitcoin for this service. Like, what are you kidding? It's $500,000. I know. I'm sorry. Payback's a bitch. Like, I can't wait to drop that line.
Yeah.
You need me now.
Yeah,
Now you need
The
me.
tables have turned. Yeah, when the people stand up, then the tables have turned. And I think that's that is the tipping point. I hope that is the tipping point that we are at. We were showing some videos earlier, Patrick, before you jumped in the chat, that of the people in New York standing up, the people in Canada standing up against their politicians. You know, you're not going to be able to walk down the street. We're at that cliff high data point where the people have said enough. And so I really hope that is where we are, that we can make this turn.
I don't think people will be speaking anymore. I think
no,
it will be
not
acting.
publicly. Yeah.
Acting.
No, I think it will just be like, you know, Clint walks into a store and 3 people tell him to put on a mask, and then they all get knocked out. Like, they're just not even going to talk anymore. They're just going to get some, and it may not be Clint, but you guys know there's so many people out there who
probably be my daughter,
but they just feel trapped. They're like, they have to go to work. They need to make money so they can provide for their family. What are they going to do? And then you're trying to back them up against the wall. That's the most dangerous place to put someone, is when their back is against the wall.
Yep. And, don't make people desperate. I mean, that's the thing. You know, most people will tolerate a lot. I mean, you know, they'll take a lot of abuse, you know, as long as they're like, all right, that's fine. You know, I can get through it.
And it'll probably be from like the moms. I'm telling you, it'll be a mom. Some mom is going to go to a school and just snap some necks off, right? That's just going to be it. They're going to be like, she had an episode. They're going to be like, look, we have lots of episodes happening all around. Like, this isn't going to be weird, I think. I don't think people are really wanting to talk anymore. They're just done talking. They're just going to do what they want.
Yeah. It is time for us to do what we want. You know, you think about the families, like that woman in Quebec that was, I did the translation, so I don't know if you guys watched it on the video. If not, scroll back after we're not live and watch it. But she says, like, you know, I stayed away from my dying parents, you know, and you did this, you did that, like some of the most cruel, horrible things, and they all knew it was a lie. And now we know, the documents have come out, that the CIA was paying them to lie about it, and that's all come out now. And so to know this big lie has been perpetrated on the world, and has harmed so many people, so many families, you know, broken families apart, people lost their jobs, destroyed their family businesses, just all that. And it was all manipulation and lies and control.
It's all fake. It was all magic.
It was all
magic tricks. It's all it was. Dark magic. That's all it was. And I mean,
when I hear all this stuff these days, you know, you guys do such a great job educating us about what's really happening out there. But every time I hear a lot of these conversations, I just kind of think, and so what? You know, how does that impact my life today? Because at the end of the day, I'm just going to stay focused. Stacking sats, stacking ammo, stacking blocks, stacking food, and just being prepared. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what's going to happen until it does. And when it does, I'm ready. I'm not ignorant. I know what's going on around me. But I'm not going to sit here wondering why Biden is saying these things. Because am I going to be surprised? I know Biden's a fool. What am I going to learn today that's going to be any different than that? I know we're in a monetary system that's built on fraud and deceit. I'm not going to learn anything that's going to change my mind about that. And I know Bitcoin is one of the ways we get out of it. And I know our First Amendment rights and our Second Amendment rights and our Fourth Amendment rights to privacy. So we got to learn what our rights are and stand firm in our rights and let the noise just. That's the way I see it.
You're right, though, and that's what you're 100% right, and that's what you do, and you live your life, and you spread that message to other people, and you're comfortable where you're at because you put yourself in a position to where, oh, listen, I'm disconnecting from this, but you know what? I'm not just going to sit back and say, okay, you know, whatever, let the world burn. No, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to educate people so that they too can learn how to free themselves and reinvigorate themselves and understand who they are, what power they have, and what their rights really are, instead of listening to these clowns. And so they're empowered.
The things that I look at that matter to me right now are, when I see shows like you guys out there, you don't disappear when times get hard.
No.
We need strength. We need people to stay here when things are hard and to keep doing this, even if it's not making us money and it's not we're spending more money as influencers than we've ever made. It's really
who cares?
Like
it's a bigger purpose though,
and we just keep spending money and thinking we're cool when we're losing money all the time, but we do it because we love it. And the people that are here now during these hard times, that's the people we want to watch and be with when times get better, because they're not the ones who are here just for the financial gain. They were here building while everything was going to crap. We're here building.
Yeah, and that's who will stand in truth, when it all falls, and we know that good, that wave is coming, and the people will wake up, and I mean, I believe that we will see good times ahead, but I think you're absolutely right. Like the authentic friendships, there's they talk about, you're in the trenches together and all that kind of stuff. Like, who was there then and who's authentic and how do they act now versus then and all of that. And I think we've seen that with each other through some ups and downs. And like you said, investing in, like, to me, this is a fight for freedom. This is a way that I protect my family. Yeah. I mean, I will be able to tell my grandkids, I didn't do nothing. I did everything I could,
I'll be able to give my grandkids coins that I made with Bitcoin loaded on it that no one can ever say anything about. And I will pass that down to my grandkids, and they'll be like, Grandpa made Bitcoin coins? What? It's worth $1 million a coin because it's 100,000 sats? How are we millionaires? Well, we don't know what's going to happen, but what we will know is we're going to teach our kids what sound money is. My son, like I told you guys last time, when he got a $100 bill from his uncle, he was like, thank you. He didn't think it was very valuable.
What do I do with this?
Yeah, he wanted to go get silver with it, and he wanted to get some in crypto. Awesome. And that is a win. That is like, go ahead and try to teach them what you want to at school. Mm-hmm. You're not going to put it in my kid's head. My daughter, it was hilarious. The kids were asked at school, if you became president, what would you change? And Abigail said, I'd make it a law that no one can have a COVID vaccine. And her classmates and her teacher almost turned it into like, her teacher said, oh, you don't want people to get healthy? And she said,
oh my
gosh,
I don't want shame on
killing people. So my daughter was like right back at her. And then they were like, next question.
Okay, so, shut it down. Cut the mic.
Yep. And the thing is, because my daughter's so well informed, she hears me talk to my wife. She hears these conversations. My son's like, no, that's probably Project Bluebeam. And I was like, Mason is listening to the things I'm talking about.
Wow.
That's where you win. And you can come and try to take my gold, come and try to take my silver, come and try to take my kids. But my kids shoot back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're not going to take their soul. You're not going to take their soul. You're not going to take the mind. You're not going to take the essence of who they are, because they're going to be that, and there's no changing that. Doesn't matter. When you get to that point, whatever.
And my wife is the most one that you should be concerned of. I can look at something and say, okay, I can understand how they're acting weird, but I'm not going to act weird. And my wife is usually pretty chill, but if you push her just too far, just once, and you ring the doorbell while the baby is napping and you're trying to sell her something, she may snap your neck. I think the word she said was, I'll cut you. And
I love that.
It frightens me. She's never said it that way. So those are the people.
A tired mama should not be crossed.
No, you leave it alone.
A baby is sleeping.
Get out of the way.
That's what I'm saying.
It's true.
I'm not afraid of the guys who want to stand up for their freedom and walk around and march around. I'm afraid of the mom at the supermarket when someone says, put on a mask, and then she just beats your face in with a can of soup. It's like, where did that come from?
Well, and she probably wouldn't do it when you told her, but you touch her child or you come after her child, because that's where, like, I mean, I took abuse for years, but when it was pointed in the direction of my child, done.
It's just not, you can't even rationalize.
We are done here.
There's no talking.
No, that's nature.
Step away so you're not involved in the damage that's about to occur.
Yeah. Yeah. And that when you find.
I can't hear Lisa.
Me neither. I'm glad it's not just me.
No,
my microphone got
blipped for some reason. It's like Westwood or banging on the table. When you find the truth or a safe place for your family, and then that gets violated and you feel unsafe, then that mama bear does come out, and you're like, no, I need that truth again. Like Westwood, it goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of the show. Like, I feel safe in the truth, because then I know I can protect my family in the truth.
Yep.
And the way we've been lied to from our own government, from big pharma, all of these three-letter agencies, that makes a mama bear feel unsafe because she can't protect her family. She doesn't know, don't change the rules on me because I can't protect my family like that. And they will go mama bear on you.
And it sometimes looks different too. It's not even the mom. It might be like, there's a joke in the Arabic culture. It's I wear the pants.
We don't.
My wife just tells me which one to put on every day. A woman, if she just tells her husband and she's so angry that she says, you need to go take care of this, pretty soon he's calling all his friends and all their wives that sent all the men out to go do something. They don't even know why they're there, but they're going to do whatever the wife tells them to because they're scared from the wife. They don't want to go home without obeying.
It obviously needs to get done, so I'm going to go do it.
Okay. I'm not an abused man, by the way. I'm a very loved man. I just know that if my wife ever said something that passionately, and she never does,
that she felt that way, that strongly, you respect her and her wishes. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, because you guys are a team. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Well, guys, I have to go get the kids real quick. But I hope I get to see you guys. Clint, if I don't see you, you'll be in my heart. And I will think of you, and I will definitely tweet about you and tell you that I miss you from stage.
And we'll send him big Westwood hugs digitally. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks so much. We'll talk later.
Take care, Patrick. All right.
Bye, Patrick.
Bye.
Get your ticket to the Silver Symposium and join us in Vegas at Caesar's Palace, September 29th through October 1st. We will be there. I will be there.
He's putting together a great show. I mean, he's such a grinder. I mean, he's putting stuff together, and it's just amazing. G. Edward Griffin, I'm just like, oh, man. Because I got the book sitting on my shelf. I'm just like, it's one of the hallmark books everybody needs to read and understand what, because it just defines what it is.
Amazing.
I know, getting that signature, from G. Edward Griffin, and talking to the guy. I mean, that's the legend, man. Truly.
Connecting the dots. Here we go.
Yeah, groundbreaking stuff.
Let's see. Did I
in the economic ninja, that kind of energy, you got to be around that.
Yeah, Ninja's going to be there.
Holy cow.
There's G. Edward Griffin, Ninja. I don't know who that guy is. Andy Sheckman. I don't recognize some of the other guys. See, I'll get to meet some new people too. I'm excited about that.
I know, right? In Vegas. Hopefully it's not at the MGM, right? It's at Caesar's Palace.
No, it's at Caesar's.
Yeah, they paid the ransom, so they're good. Their slot machines are working. You're all good if you want to go out there and gamble. I know the Rand is going. He's like trying to get me to go.
I'm just saying.
It's not that, I don't want to be there. Trust me. Not at all. It just...
Diverse audience, innovator showcase, exclusive networking, exciting giveaways. And you also get a discount on your ticket price if you use my link, and you get a silver coin, 1 ounce silver coin. And the ticket prices start as low as $89, I think.
And you get a silver coin. I mean, a silver coin. You'll look back and say, holy cow, I got this silver coin. It more than paid for the membership many times over, when you look back.
Right.
Membership. It's not a membership. The ticket.
The experience. I just think it's going to be, it's one of those things for me, like, I just really want to go. It's a bucket list thing for me. Yep. I think it's going to be, I was there when, I think it's going to be like, when Ben got us all together and when we went to, there's so many things.
Many times, Blanco, St. Louis, Oklahoma.
Blanco is, there's Oklahoma City, the Jersey meetup, my gosh, I mean.
The road to hell is paved with unfilled buckets.
Yeah.
On the bucket list.
Oh, Chris Rice is going to be there.
There you go. Rice TVX.
Yeah. He hasn't updated.
He was X before X was X.
There you go. Maybe he can get a...
All my exes live in Texas.
There you go.
That's why I hang my hat in Tennessee. Isn't that what it is?
Something like that. Oh, he says, send me the book and he'll get it signed for you. That's so sweet.
Oh, my gosh.
You're a good friend. Don't tell him that. Then he won't.
Yeah, I know. See, Lisa's like, stop it.
Stop telling him things like that. No, never mind. He did not say that. Oh, I'm just kidding.
While I'm at the post office, I might accomplish some other things because, that post office, you can do a lot of things.
You keep saying, I wish you highlighted the previous comment. I have highlighted your previous comment twice.
Which one are we talking about?
I think he means the one where he was saying Biden's a puppet and all that, which we all believe. And I did highlight that comment. So
she highlights that on every show.
You missed it. And I'm sorry that you missed it. I did it twice for you. So I'm really sorry that you missed it. And I can't keep scrolling back up and going through all the comments. So I apologize, but I'm trying to get through everybody's comments.
I would think so. Mark Weems has a comment. If I buy a regular ticket, do I have access to the Zoom call? I would assume so. If you can't make it and you just buy a regular ticket because you want the silver coin, I don't know how that would work out logistically. I'm just throwing that out there.
I don't know. Or do they have a package with
I'm sure that you'd be able to get on the Zoom.
With your Zoom call?
I would think you'd get on the Zoom if you bought a full price ticket and weren't able to go. But maybe it's just a technical thing and making that happen. But I don't think that would be a problem.
Oh, I don't know. Or maybe that could be that's a great, that could be an option.
I would say anybody that gets a ticket,
add the Zoom to the full price ticket.
Yeah.
And that way.
Because there's probably people that want to watch it live. You know how it is. You want to watch it live while you're there because we do that stuff. It's like we're living in the Matrix and stuff,
Sorry. Thank you. That's sweet. They're like, it's okay, Lisa. I couldn't find the comment.
I'm trying to run a show here. Come on.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot going on. I got microphone issues. I'm trying to bring people in on cars.
I'm out of a drink.
Nobody's paying me,
Yeah, nobody's paying me for any of this.
YouTube's killing me.
I'm working hard. Oh, he says the Zoom is only $59. He had said $69, but
okay, so it's even cheaper.
Oh, with a 1 ounce coin, it's $79. Okay, so they already have it figured out. So check out the link. Use my link in the description.
Yes, use Lisa's referral code.
Right, because you get 10% off if you use my referral code, which is actually Bix's referral code, but Bix isn't going now. So I just used it. So.
He's busy, digging holes in Chocolate Mountain right now. Making sundaes. Chocolate Mountain. Click a mouse. Chocolate Mountain. Click a mouse.
I need a drink. I don't know why I'm trying to drink out of an empty cup. It's been a day and a half or so. You guys are wonderful. Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna wrap it up, but I'm wondering if you're doing Twitter Spaces tonight.
Oh my gosh, if I do, I'm gonna have to do it soon. I've been up since 4.
Well, I have tons and tons of stuff I've got to put on eBay, and then I've got to do a show for my Patreon to give them first dibs. So I'm gonna be up all night.
I don't know if I can be up all night. That's my problem. I don't know how long I can go here. Holy cow.
Okay.
Oh, probably.
Maybe you should take a little nap.
Oh, see, then I'll be ruined. It's just, I can't do that. It's like, why don't you go eat something? I'm like, no, because I'm kind of in the drinking mode now, and I can't
I do. Yeah.
Can't go eat, and I want to take a nap and fall asleep at that point, and I'll be done. I don't know. Hit 1 if you want Westwood to do Spaces. Hit 2 if you don't want me to. What's J-Mac got going on? He's got a lot going on. I know that.
I get up at 4 every day.
Oh, yeah, well, went to bed at midnight.
That's still the night before to me.
Got up at 4. Haven't had much sleep this week, so it's wearing on me. I know.
What organic cigar recommended by Westwood today?
Aren't they all organic? I mean, they come out of the earth. Here's my favorite short cigar. Let me see if I've got one in here. My shorty.
I think when they mean because you don't put chemicals on them and stuff.
No, it's not like a cigarette or anything. This is my favorite. It's a 4x60. It's an Oliva nub, 4x60. It's like, I love the Oliva Serie V. I love them. And this is like the perfect size because it's, I like that flavor of the short one, and it's just, it's a great, just a perfect, it's my favorite right now. It has been for a while. Oliva Serie V 4x60 nub.
Blind Dave's giving a 1. So, we're going out. I want to let everybody know that it looks like Sound of Freedom hero Tim Ballard says he is considering a run for Romney's seat.
Uh-oh.
We can turn this country around. I got a text saying there's a seat in Oklahoma, and I don't know who the text came from, and it says something about, would you consider running for this thing? And I was like, oh, honey, I cannot mind my P's and Q's. Like, I don't think, like, I'm going to talk about things that they would be like, I'll be like, well, Uncle Cliff said.
Yeah. Well, who's Uncle Cliff?
The just data.
Wait. Let me enter this into the record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I can.
Westwood's running against Dick Durbin, Senator, Illinois. I'm going to take his seat. I don't want to run. If I run, I'll probably hack up a lung. So I can't run.
Somebody sent me a thing. I was like,
I think there needs to be more of that, though, especially at the local level. That's the most important thing.
That's where I got more involved with, like, my city council and
I think that's
there.
Because you can disconnect at that point from that federal beast system. I mean, you can find ways to say, all right, how do we untie that tentacle? How do we untie that one?
How do we make a
disconnect?
paper mache alien of our city?
Exactly. How do we, enforce constitutional law here in our local area and then, disconnect that way? And I think that's most important at the state level. Governors, we need good governors. We need good sheriffs. We need people like when a governor says, hey, you can't carry your firearm, like it's guaranteed in the Second Amendment. And then you've got other people that say, guess what? We're not going to enforce it. You got a sheriff that says, I'm not going to arrest anybody for that. I'm not going to, the district attorney says, I'm not going to charge anybody with that. Those are the kind of people we need in place at the local level, because there's nothing they can do at that point. They can say anything they want, typewriter boy, girl. Let's say we're not using the typewriter, have fun typing.
Yeah. Because make all the rules you want for typewriters. We are moving on in this world. All right. Well, you guys take care. We'll see you next time here on The New Normal.
Trust yourself. Don't trust the vampires.
America's not the government, people. The America is you. It is the Grand fucking Canyon, the Rocky Mountains, the deserts of the Southwest, the Pacific fucking Ocean, the Atlantic fucking Ocean. It is the grandest continent. And what the fuck have you people done? You have turned yourself into sheep, every goddamn one of you.